In Hong Kong, Voltra is going to host 4 work camps. We have 2 in summer and also 2 in winter. We have a partner in Hong Kong. They promote eco-friendly ways of planting. And then in this place called Long Valley, they have a piece of farmland, and they need a volunteer to help them to do rice planting in the summer. And then near the farmland, we have a small house. There we house all the volunteers joining this work camp. But given the size of the house, we can only host about like 7 to 8 volunteers. So for overseas volunteers, this camp we only have four vacancies. And the other work camps we're having in the summer is the warehouse renovation, and you can see the pictures on page 19. Actually, warehouse is declared as a heritage in Hong Kong. It used to be a police station back in the British era, and now it's a youth center. They can use the premises, but they have to help with the maintenance and renovation, so that's why they need volunteers to help them with painting, maintaining the facilities, and like dormitories. Because it's a youth center, they have a dormitory there. They need someone to keep it brushed up all the time. And you can see the pictures, people helping with some gardening work as well in the youth center. And there they can try out like compost. They try to do this like experimental like planting and green work in urban areas. And then in winter, like you plant the rice in summer, you harvest in winter. So again, we are having the planting, the harvesting work camp in winter. And during the winter camp, they're also having a festival to celebrate the harvest. So like they'll do a bit extra work to like prepare for the festival as well. But again, like they're going to be housed in the farm, in the small house near the farmland. And then also for the warehouse work camp in winter, that's page 27. It's a bit different. This time in winter they don't do renovation. Instead, it's going to be in the period of Chinese New Year. So what we have the volunteers to do is that they're going to prepare for the Chinese New Year market. It's like Christmas market in Europe, but instead they will take charge of the work preparing for the market itself, because the hosting organization is going to have a booth there. The volunteers will decide what to make, and then they'll make them and actually sell them at the market itself. They're going to promote, so lots of interaction with local people. They'll understand what the culture, the Chinese culture, like how people celebrate New Year. I think that would be like interesting for overseas volunteers, because they will get to work with local volunteers and they will talk to local people as well. No, you don't have to, because we'll have like camp leaders and the local volunteers working with them. Like if there's anything you really have to do it in Chinese, somebody can help. Yeah.
We do have local activities, like we have trainings for local young people, and we do training for 2 purposes. One is for the hosting organization, where if they have a need like a renovation or some kind of other stuff, we can arrange people to help them. And the other purpose is we have training work camps for leaders, in which we select leaders for our Hong Kong work camps. So we mainly will recruit our leaders from the volunteers who have joined overseas work camp before, because we don't have much Hong Kong work camp, so we rely on the group of overseas work campers. So based on them, we give them training, and then we select the appropriate leader to lead our own work camps. And we do have some other activities, like we organize our members to join some voluntary activities like Crossroads. We have a 1-day service for them, and yeah, things like this. Because we are still a developing organization, and most of us working are volunteers actually. It's only as our first staff, and I myself and my other colleagues are volunteers. So in the past we don't have too much resources to focus on too many different subjects. But now we have more resources. We're planning to do more, but we will see it in the coming year.
Actually, for volunteers coming from Spain, you don't need visa in Hong Kong. Belgium. Belgium. Yeah, Belgium. I think for most European countries, you get visa free for a very long period, like
90 days.
Yeah, something like 90 days. So it should be good. If it's just for work camp, like more than enough.
So normal tourist visa will do.
I think it would be good if they bring something local that represents their culture, because we will have cultural sharing during the camps, and if they can prepare beforehand, then it will be like more interactive. People can see and like maybe hear, or like they bring some local food and stuff. Yeah.